Hey, 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 how you doing? How you doing? Ooh, how you doing? Yeah, ooh, no. Yeah, hello, 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 hello. This is all about switching off Mrs. Nice Guy or Girl. This is all about being yourself boldly. Woo! Hello, hello. This is Rosemary, Nonny and this is the Church of R&K. Absolute pleasure to have you on here with me. Okay, today, we're talking all about, just really owning who you are. Owning the fullness that is you. Instead of giving in and trying to be everything to everyone all the time and really actually not getting anywhere. I'm going to share this. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so let's get to a talking. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, so yes, this whole Mr., Mrs. Nice Guy, Miss Nice Girl, whatever you wish to call yourself, basically, where, and you know what, I sometimes find myself still doing it, actually. And that's why I suppose it really came into my head this morning at church. I got to a thinking about how sometimes you just don't say the things that you really want to say because you're trying to be also nice. You don't do the things that you're really trying to do or that you really want to do because you're trying to be nice. You're worried about what people will say about you. And so you cave to the nice person, the nice version of you. And you even make it sound like you're doing a good thing. You make it sound like it's what you have to do. You make it sound like, oh my gosh, this is accurate. But then, really, is it? I've decided that it's not, I've decided that I'm kind of done with it. I've decided that, you're either going to you have to go full out, playing Mr., Mrs., nice guy, girl, feeling guilty all the time, feeling a bit shameful about what you actually really want to do and you can't do because you're ashamed of it. Or you're going to have to either go full into that and then ultimately what you're saying really is that you're going to give up all the things that you really want to do in favor of the things that you think everybody else wants you to do so that you can be nice and lovely to them. Or you're going to play full out and go full in to every single thing that you desire instead. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. And if you go full pelt, you will get everything you desire because you'll suddenly take off all the barriers, all the internal, oh, should I act this way? Should I do this? Should I do the other? What will this person think of me or what will that person think of me? Maybe if you just took it all off and didn't worry so much about what people were thinking about you, then maybe, just maybe, you would get everything. In fact, I'm absolutely certain that you would, though, because if you're honest, if you're really honest, one of the reasons why you don't have everything that you dream about is like you haven't actually really fought for it. You haven't really asked for it. You haven't really gone all out to go for it because there's been this internal battle inside of you where you actually come to do the things that you want to do. There's an internal battle that says, yeah, but what will that person think of me if I did it that way? But what of my, pastor or my friends or my family or, my whoever? What will they think of me if I really went for that? What will God think of me if I really played full out for that? You kind of forget in this moment that actually most of your dreams and visions were actually planted inside of you. But no, you make yourself out to be really guilty and evil for wanting what you want. And you almost like apologize for being alive. Tell me who you are. Tell me who you are. Tell me if you're streaming in here with me. Tell me who you are. Put in the comments not just tell me who you are, but actually tell me where you're streaming in from. This is the Church of R&K. If you're hearing what I'm saying and it's kind of resonating with you, then yes, amen, absolutely acceptable, as well as anything else. Join in the conversation. Basically, not just me talking to myself, although I'm always happy to just talk. So it's just me, basically. But what if I can I give you permission to no longer just be the nice guy or the nice girl that doesn't get what you want out of life anyway, because as much as you think that being nice will get you everything, it doesn't. And then you get kind of resentful inside of you that you're not getting what you want. And that person over there who isn't even trying as hard as you is getting everything. And there's you who is trying so hard to be so nice and, to help everybody. And you're not getting anywhere. Be honest. Be really honest about this. It's not that you're not completely getting anywhere. On the face of it, most people would even think that you're okay? Most people would think that you're doing okay. What's the problem? But there's a problem. You know that actually if you really took the limits off, wow. Although there's fear. There is fear. There is fear that if you took the limits off, you wouldn't even get what you say you want. And so you're afraid that you'll lose everyone. You make everybody upset, and when you need them, they won't be there. And so there's a part of you that thinks, do I really want to burn all my bridges? But then if you don't, this is all you get? Is this all you want? Is this it? Is this it for you? Are you willing to get to the end of your life and know that actually you capped at whatever point you're at right now, and that was that, because you were trying so hard to be some kind of nice person all the time? Always trying to put everybody else's agenda before yours. Always trying to, help people out with their dramas, getting involved in all the dramas around you, doing all of that stuff. It's like yesterday I put out as a quick sale for the leadership mindset, or mindset of a leader program, basically, and frankly, you should get it, because it just helps you see some of the things that hold you back, man. Some of the thinking that you think is just normal. You think that is the way you're supposed to be thinking, and it's not. It's just the way you've taken on. And it's holding you back. Holding you back so completely, except you don't even recognize that there's a different way to think. Or maybe you do hear people like me talking, and like I used to do for years and years and years, when people would tell me something that I wasn't quite ready to hear, I'd just be like, oh, it's because you are this person, or it's because this and this is you. If you were me, you wouldn't be talking like you're talking right now. Oh, it's because it's you. So you just kind of ignore what people are saying to you. And I mean, the chances are you're surrounded by a lot of norms, so hardly anybody's going to be saying anything too different. But people were saying to me, there were certain things like how I treated my family and all of that kind of stuff, my extended family. People were saying to me about the fact that, yeah, maybe there's just something wrong with that picture. But I wasn't ready to hear that. And so I wasted a lot of time being Mrs. Nice Girl. And that's the thing, I wasn't even committed to being Mrs. Nice Girl. I was kind of half in Mrs. Nice Girl and half out Mrs. Nice Girl. But the truth of the matter is that being on the fence, you don't get either. You don't win either. You can't be half in and half out. You think you can be. In fact, I'm sure it says in the Bible somewhere, in Revelation, or you lukewarm, I'll spew you out of my mouth, man. You best be hot or cold, basically. And it's true, because you kind of live this half life where you're kind of trying to go for it, but not really, because you're trying to keep everybody happy on one side. But then at the same time, you also want these other things over here that they don't want you to have, or you don't think they want you to have. And so you're trying to play both sides. But you don't get anywhere. You still waste a heck of a lot of time trying to play both sides instead of just fully going all the way. And yeah, okay, if I have to offend every single person, then let's be doing it. Or go all the other way and just accept that, okay, fine, I'm not going to go and play a full out for my life. I'm just going to, be the nice girl, be the nice guy. Basically, I've had people on the phone to me talking about how, especially guys, or some guys anyway, talking about how they really wanted a relationship with people, but they've always been the nice guy. And so they don't get anywhere with the women, because women are not looking for a wimp. But it goes the same way the other way, and a woman as well, thinking that you have to be a wimp in order to, progress. Like, seriously? No, you don't. You don't. Some of you, like me, we are, I still remember a coach of mine saying, you have this masculine energy, and this and that and the other, and for a moment that I almost thought it was bad. He wasn't saying it was bad at all, he was just telling me. But I recognize that a lot of people have seen that in me, and that can put people off, because there's this aggression and this I want what I want thing, even though I was sitting on the fence, so I didn't want to own it completely. I wanted to be on the fence, Sometimes I feel aggressive, and other times I play Mrs. Nice Guy, basically. And you don't get anywhere. You may as well just choose a side and go for it fully. Because this is the thing about you owning you holding on to your inner nice guy or girl, is that one, you don't ask for what you want, okay? Even your prayers are wimpy. I'm sorry, you are spiritual, but still, even the way you ask for things from the universe, it's just like, well, I would love to be a millionaire, but I'd be happy with just 10,000. Basically, and it's all wimpy, and so yeah, you might get that 10,000, but then you're still dissatisfied because you never really asked for what you really wanted. You never did the work to get what you really wanted, because there was a part of you that didn't think you could, or that you were allowed to have it, because you were being all Miss Nice or Mr. Nice, and so you didn't ask for what you wanted. You got what you didn't really want, and now you're not all that satisfied, but you pretend to be, because you're still Miss Nice Girl. And I'm saying to you, come on, seriously, you don't ask for what you want, from relationships as well. You don't ask for what you want. And so you keep putting up with whatever comes your way because you think that that's all you can get, or you're too scared that you're going to lose your relationship. And so you just dampen it. You call it compromise, but you're the only one compromising. Basically, you're the only one actually doing any compromising, and you just accept it as that's the way it's supposed to be, basically. But it's not. It's not. It's that you have chosen to live that way, and you train people how they will treat you. So if you don't ask them for what you want, you don't get it. I'll say that to my children as well, because sometimes they come with, I'll just ask you, I want to ask you for what I want. I'll just tell you how I like something, but instead of just asking, I'm just like, are you asking me for it or what? You're just admiring it from afar. Because if you don't ask for what you want, you are not going to get it. Okay? Basically, and that's it. I'm training my princesses to be very assertive about what they want out of life. Same goes with you guys, but you may not have been trained growing up. I wasn't, definitely. In fact, as a woman in a very male-dominated society, you're supposed to be the small person that just kind of, you're second class. You're a woman after all. You're supposed to just kind of wait until someone hands you stuff instead of asking for what you want, basically. Stop it. Okay, that's what happens when you decide that you're going to be Miss Nice Girl, even if you're sitting on the fence, or Mr. Nice Guy. Okay. And the other thing is that you don't say what needs to be said. Some of y'all are trying to build a business. Most of you are trying to build a business, but it's not getting anywhere because you don't say what needs to be said. You don't actually have an opinion. You're just the same as everybody else. You're trying to blend in. You're trying not to offend too many people. And so therefore, nobody actually is attracted to you. You don't seem to take a stand on anything, basically. You're too worried to, in case people hate you. And so it's like, oh, I'll just be everything to everyone. Please, honey, it's boring. It's boring. Nobody wants to buy from that person. And in this day and age where a lot of sales are very much dependent on you showing up as a human being, rather than as some kind of robot. Sorry, just making sure I sent off my email, because I sent an email about Project 334K. I did a post on the page earlier, which was all about what it meant to me. I was sitting in church and suddenly all this stuff just kind of downloaded into my head. You can say that. And I thought I'd just write it all out. And then I decided to really fill it out when I got home. I quite like it, actually. You should watch out for that. The filled out version. And it probably offends some people. And for some people, it'll be exactly what they need to hear. But that's the thing about being in business, okay? What do you want to do? What do you want to say? What is it? What is it? What do you stand for? Who are you? Can we see you, or are you just blended into the background somewhere? You're like wallpaper in the marketplace. Nobody really knows who you are. Or you're so scared of really standing out, and so you don't. You don't do the videos. You don't do the live streams. You don't write the blogs. You don't do anything. You just kind of hung up your shingle and thought that people will find you, or you're writing a blog on your website. Nobody knows that your website is there. There's millions of websites coming up every single day. How, if you don't stand out in some way, and because you're trying to be all nice, you don't. So therefore, nobody knows who you are. You go into a Facebook group or a LinkedIn group or whatever, and nobody really knows who you are. You're just one of the masses, and then wondering why you're not getting any attention. And the problem is that for you, is that you actually think you're working very hard as well. You think you're doing everything that you can do, but it's not getting you anywhere. This is one of the reasons why, honey. Because nobody sees you. They see through you, practically. Because you've made yourself so invisible because you're so nice. And it sounds so good and holy, and you're spirit driven, so you really want to be good and holy. You want to make it to heaven, right? Really? Because one of the things I was even thinking about when I was putting this together was the fact that even Jesus wasn't always nice. Let's be honest about it. If you read the Bible, just read the Bible. There were some parts that people tried to logicalize, basically into, oh, well, as he was a nice guy, that he must have meant it this way. But if you read it, just read it plain and simple. You recognize that sometimes he wasn't always the nicest. I mean, seriously, calling somebody, I can't be giving the pearls to the swine. That wasn't polite. It really wasn't, okay? Maybe I don't know the original Hebrew. Maybe he said it some other way. But really, he did say some very firm things. And it did obviously offended quite a few people, because in the end, they killed him. So ultimately, but he had an opinion and he shouted it out loud, and everybody tries to make it all sweet and wonderful now. And oh, if you're Christian, you're all about love, and love means that you're always nice and sweet. Really? Really? Following the same Jesus here? Because it's like, really? No. You have to have an opinion. You have to stand for something. And you have to have the courage to really truly stand for it, really truly be who you are. regardless of whether somebody actually likes it or doesn't like it. Recognizing that actually your people, the ones that you are called to serve, will like it. Okay? And everybody else can really just go to hell. Basically, and that's the truth of it. And I say this so whatever right now, and I know I get scared. So I'm not even saying I'm still working on myself, but I know the truth of this here. I know the truth of it, that the more I just say what I have to say, rather than trying to sweet it or make it nice, and it's just not even worth it, frankly. The people that don't like you are not going to like you anyway, you know? So who are you pretending for? What is the purpose? I mean, hopefully your whole life isn't about making other people happy. But be honest with yourself, though. Is it? Be honest. Is it? Have you made your life really be about keeping the peace? Is that your life? Because if you're not aware that this is what is happening, how are you going to fix it? So you might be listening to me now and it might be rubbing you up the wrong way. Take a look in the mirror and ask yourself the real question: am I living that way? Is it actually getting me what I want out of life, or am I just killing myself to be super nice and still not getting what I want out of life? So then what's the point? Why not just play full out? What's the worst that can happen, really? You'll lose some friends, but you'll probably find others. And even if you don't, do you really want to go to the grave knowing that you just live this half life, half existence, when you know that you're capable of so much more? Will you keep listening to the little inner voice that is kind of scaring you to death and telling you that you need to play small, instead of fully just playing full out for the life that you desire, seeing that vision inside of you, and just removing all barriers and limitations and just going for it? Can you trust yourself not to, you're not going to do anything crazy evil, really. Some people are not going to like what you say, but really, that's just what you said. You didn't kill them. You didn't kill anyone. So really, yes, people get the choice as to whether to be offended by you or not, but on the grand scheme of things, it's not killing them. Hello, daring. It's not. So why not play full out for the life you actually desire? Ask for what you want. Say what you want. Do what you want. Be who you want to be. Even if it's a mistake. Do you really want to not to have made it? Some people trying to live a life free of all mistakes. How? It's not possible. If you're going to live a full existence, if you're going to live a very small existence, then yes, fine. You can live a life where you make absolutely no mistakes whatsoever. But if you want to live, you are going to make mistakes. So what? Should that stop you? No. Just make the mistakes already so that we can get on to making the success happen. Basically, it's all this delaying that makes everything take so long, and this half in, half out makes your life so uncomfortable because you're not fully committed to one side. You're just here in the middle. Trying to kind of keep these people happy and at the same time keep yourself happy. You are called to certain people and they're on this side, okay? They're on that side. They like the full out version of you. Until you become the full out version of you, however, they don't even see you. You just sound like everybody else, okay? And the problem as well is that whilst you're sitting on this fence where some days you're amazing and full of courage and this is what I believe in, and other days you're all wimpy and over here, but you're still in the middle, basically, where you kind of, I'm not sure which way I want to go. Even the people that want you to be the wimp don't like you in the middle here, basically. So you're kind of, you're playing to lose at this point because you're in the middle, on the fence, deciding which way should I go. Commit to one side or the other. If you choose to commit over there, you probably should stop listening because that is just the boring version of you. But the really amazing, create the successful, amazing life version of you, thank you, is on this side over here. On that side, you are saying what you want to say, really what you want to say, not just the toned down, watered down version of you. You are doing the things that you really want to do, and it's not even as, it takes so much energy right now to think about the things that you want to do. you could actually start doing the things that you want to do and eliminate some of the thinking so it doesn't take so long. And you'll suddenly find that you actually have enough time in the day. It's just that you're spending most of your time thinking about the things that you might one day like to do. Basically, why not just get going right now, man? Yeah. You start to ask for what you really, truly want. And you keep doing that consistently, you start to get what you really, truly want. When you stop settling for less than, you get what you really, truly want. Why? Because when you refuse to take no for an answer, honey, then, honey, you are going to get what you want. Because right now, the life you're living right now is the life that you settled for, the life that you decided was enough. And you may disagree, but it is, because if it wasn't, you'd be doing something to get yourself out of it. So are you going to be Mr., Ms., nice girl, guy forever? Or are you going to fully and completely go after everything that you desire? Are you going to see the vision and see the purpose clearly in your mind's eye and go for it and stop allowing what will people think of me stop you from going and playing full out for every single thing that you desire? Are you going to take back your time instead of putting everybody else's agenda before yours? Are you going to stop being the doormat? Are you going to stop saying yes to everything even when really deep down inside you just want to say no? Are you going to stop being nice all the time? I know, nice is such a nice word, and it feels like you should be nice. Especially if you're spiritual, you should be nice. But there's a nice that is just unhelpful. Even to the people that you're here to serve, it's completely unhelpful. You're just nice. Disappear. Nobody sees you. Too scared to do the real work that you're here to do. What's the point? Really? A lot of people go to bed really not liking who they are. Why? Because they haven't really owned themselves. They haven't owned their greatness. They despise it because they think it makes them too different from everybody else. Own that difference. I used to dislike being different. And I can still remember my brother saying to me, Derry, I think you're annoying me a little bit. So, ooh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, okay. So, it was just, yeah, my brother, he said once that you always try to be different from everybody. And I thought that was a bit of an insult. And actually, it wasn't. Yeah, I am different from everyone. I own it. I don't argue with it anymore. I don't care to be like anybody else. In fact, now I just don't care. Took some doing, but I got here. And maybe it's time for you to get there too. To just stop taking nonsense from people that you don't want to take nonsense from. To just decide that you're going to play full out for what you desire. The because I want to lifestyle, you can get it if you refuse to settle for any less. But if you keep settling, oh wow, my brother cut me out of his life because I'm different. I think there may be some, what else keeps talking? It feels like there was something else you're going to say, but yeah, Claire, I get that. I know my relationship with my extended family is definitely a lot more strained than it used to be when I was pretending to be what they wanted me to be, and I wasn't even succeeding, is the truth of the matter. I never succeeded at what they wanted me to be. I always somehow managed to annoy somebody, basically. And I suddenly realized, why am I doing this? I don't even like this. I don't like this person that I have to be in order to make all of y'all happy. And I'm not even making you happy. So, so why am I killing myself to do all of this nonsense? I'm sorry, I still sometimes look back and think, what? How much time did I waste doing that? I really wish to help some of y'all just avoid some of the nonsense. The whole nice girl, nice guy thing. Oh yeah, let's see. There may be some hurt still there, and perhaps there was some blocking of myself because of it. Yeah, so yeah, I can see how that would hurt, because then you start to question yourself as well. That's the thing as well. When you don't fully own the other side, for me, I know, that when I didn't fully own the other side, whenever this side said anything about me, I would find myself thinking they must be right. There's something wrong with me. Oh, I just need to, shut myself down because I'm too much. I'm too much for everybody. I'm too much for people to handle. But yes, I am too much for the people who want me to be Miss Nice Girl. But I'm not too much for the people who just like me for who I am. And that's the thing, guys. Sometimes in the process of us trying so hard to keep those people over there happy, to be the nice person for all these people over here, we don't even give ourselves the opportunity to have people over there that absolutely love us just the way we are. Kudos, you inspire and transform me. Loving you, honey. Stay in my world forever. But that's it. But this is it though. As I start to own who I am fully and more fully, then yes, I attract the right kind of people into my world. And that's what a lot of you have been wanting for a long time, but you're too scared to completely step away from the fence. And I get it. You know, there's no judgment whatsoever from me. There's just a reminder. I just really want to remind you who you really want to be. Because I know that some of my words will reach you at the right time, finally, for you to finally think, enough, I'm done. And that's what I want, for you to get to that point where you recognize actually that the vision, the dream inside of you is absolutely worth giving up all the nonsense for. It absolutely is. Absolutely is. Okay, yes, it will be scary and there will be times when it feels as if you're walking alone, but then you open yourself completely to it. You find your people. You find the ones that you're called to serve. You start to make a difference in people's lives, even though you're being what some would say is not the nice girl or nice guy, but actually it's fully who you are. And actually there's nothing nicer than that. This pretend thing we do, it's unfair to us. And it's unfair to everyone. It's unfair to the world when we don't show up fully as who we're supposed to be. It's unfair. So it's not nice. We think it's nice because that's the standards that everybody has lived to. It's time to break free of those standards and make our own rules, make our own traditions, make new culture, make new everything, and stop just living to the old ones and without questioning. Okay, so you question yourself, look yourself in the mirror. Where am I being too nice? And you'll know if you're really ready to face the truth of it. You will know where you're playing down or where you're hiding. Really, it's like, yes, there's some blocking off of myself because of it. Yeah, it hurts. Okay, it hurts when you start to actually really truly step up to who you are. But you can drag out the hurt by trying so desperately to hold on to that side. Or you can just, okay, I can't do that any longer. I'm now moving over here. I'm just fully committed to here. And that will speed up the process of seeing the fruit over this side. But whilst you're still in the middle trying to balance, it just drags out the pain. You may as well go play full out. And honeys, I have to remind myself of this every day, okay? So I never come from a place of judgment. I might sound a little bit at times, but the truth is, I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to any of you, okay? I see where I have made the mistakes. You're so welcome, Claire, honey. I see where I've made mistakes. I see where I still make mistakes. And I question myself over and over and over again. And I question myself out loud to you guys. So you guys can question yourself as well. And we are mavericks. We are different. Let's own it. Own it. Own it. We think differently. Stop questioning that thinking. Stop doubting yourself. Even if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. You can come back from a mistake. Mistakes don't define you forever unless you decide to stay there. Basically, it's just a mistake. And what is a mistake? The only thing is a mistake is if you stay there. If you kept moving and you learned something from it and you kept moving forward, it's not even a mistake. It's just part of the path to where you're going. So it's not even a mistake. It all depends on your reaction. It all depends on what you decide to do next. It's like people telling me, oh, but what if it's a wrong decision? What is the wrong decision? The only wrong decision is one that you decide that you're going to go and, own as this is my life forever. I made one wrong decision. And so forever now I'm known as this wrong decision. That's the only time that it becomes permanent. There is no such thing as what wrong, right? All of that nonsense that we try and live our life within these walls. Allow yourself to explore. Allow yourself to be alive. Forget this whole nice guy, nice girl thing. Be done with it. Be done with it. Be done with it. I know it's not necessarily what you'd hear in church or whatever it is that you go for your, I don't know, whatever. But I'm saying, guys, let's just leave the nonsense behind. Let's just actually start to admire ourselves, start to love ourselves, start to recognize that inside of us is incredible wisdom. That actually when you start to feel resentful about something, that maybe there's a reason you're feeling resentful and maybe you need to start saying more no's instead of just carrying on doing what you've always been doing, thinking, oh, well, I'm supposed to be a nice guy, so nice guy, girl, whatever, and so therefore I'll just keep doing whatever. No, come on. Allow yourself to be your most powerful self. Sometimes, yes, that will offend people. Who the heck cares? Okay? Okay? Okay, guys, it's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live. I must make an invitation to you to come and join me in the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Club because it's most amazing place to be. If you are that entrepreneurial leader who is done with conforming, who is done with, trying to be what everybody else wants you to be, who is done with being the nice girl, nice guy, but doesn't even recognize, because this is the truth, okay? You may not even recognize when you're doing it. That's the thing. You may not realize that you're doing it and you need people to point it out to you, and I do that every day. So, okay? And so you come into the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Club, you come and work with me. I can help you figure out where you think that you have no time. I can tell you where your time is going and how it's a failure. How it's probably because you're trying to be Miss Nice or Mr. Nice person, basically. Where you're saying that you don't have money or you don't have this, you don't have the other, and this is the reason why you can't do it. If you're really serious about moving forward, honey, we can always help you find a way. And that's why you need to come and join in the fastest growing entrepreneurial club on the planet. The Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Club. It is the place to be, honeys. You get the training you need to move your business forward. You get the training you need to start your business if that's what you're still kind of in the not so sure I can do this phase. Fine, come into group. I will help you get up the ground. That's where you also get the leadership, the mindset of the Deliberate Millionaire, which will propel you forward, rather than the mindset of the norms around you, which will keep you being a norm like everybody else around you. When you know you're born for more, come on, you know you're born for more. You know you're born to be more powerful. You know it. You know it. You don't always want to admit it because it makes you seem too different from everybody else. But you are different from everybody else. You are a maverick. You are different. Own that difference so that you can move forward, live a more powerful life, get to the end of a life knowing that you have actually spent all the talents and strengths and skills you had were used to serve yourself and to serve somebody else around you, and you created the wealth that you're here to create. Honey, come and join the club, okay? Join the club. If the work that I do resonates with you, honey, you need to be closer to me so that I can help you specifically get your stuff off the ground, okay? This is the only club on the planet where I am in there every single day supporting people on an individual basis. Anybody that asks for support, I am there supporting them every single day. As the club grows, we're going to get more experts in, talking to us, giving us, new ways of looking at the world, basically, because, honey, the same thinking that brought you to this place is not going to take you forward. So if you're ready to stop living the small life, honey, I've made this club so incredibly accessible so that money is not an object, because I am all for Project 334K, honey. I am committed to it. At the moment, at the very least, until it stops feeling good, it's just $9.97. Go and join the club. You get that rate for the rest of your membership of the club. If you choose to leave and come back when the price has gone up, sorry. But for right now, all you need to do is go over to rosemarynonny.com/DM fast track and go join in. This is the best club on the planet to be in. You will not find anything like this club. I've made it too amazing, basically too amazing. You can come and be part of it. It's rosemarynonny.com/DM fast track. I cannot wait to welcome you in. go and join in right now. Go and read it. Go and read the... Oh, I just got these new graphics for it. I'm just too amazed by them. I just love looking at them. Maybe I just like looking at myself, which is it, basically. I like the graphics anyway. I think they're amazing. So go and have a look at that. If that doesn't call you in, then I don't know what will. Basically, I'm not always the most, creatively, imaginative when it comes to images and things like that. But thankfully, thank the Lord, it doesn't actually matter, okay? I am all for quantity over quality sometimes, basically. I know. So go and have a look, okay? It's rosemarynonnynight.com/DM fast track. Go and have a look. If it resonates, and only if it resonates, because as I just said, I'm not going to be nicer for you. So if you resonate with the things that I say, you want to be part of the club, okay? If you are that entrepreneurial leader, whether you're currently one or you're about to be one, you're fed up of being stuck, you're fed up of conforming, you're fed up of capitulating, you're fed up with being less than what you know you're capable of. And you may already be successful. I was a pharmacist, man. And in the eyes of the world, I looked successful. But I knew that my life was more. I knew I had more to give. I had more to do. And I had to step away from my old ways of thinking in order to go and claim everything. It's been a crazy ride. It can be quite difficult. Absolutely. You're stepping away from everything you've felt familiar. But honey, the reward is so worth it. So if you are ready to step into your biggest life, rather than continue to live a life that kind of you wake up a bit with, go and join the club, okay? It is time for you to kind of do a whole repentance thing. Turn around! Step up into your life, your real life. rosemarynonnynight.com/DM fast track. I am committed to your success. It is time that we come together and we start to change the world. Starting with ourselves, spreading it out. You ready? Okay, rosemarynonnynight.com/DM fast track. And again, it's time to fight for, usually with yourself, honey, okay? The most of the fighting is what is happening in here. You need to fight it, okay? You fight for and you deliberately design the life you are born to live because you freaking want to, okay? You want it. You want it, so stop fighting it. Fight the old thinking. Let's step into the new. Until the next time, much love. I think I'm going to watch some TV with the children. Oh, yeah. Until the next time. Bye.